Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stream Thoughts. Stream Thoughts is the series where I vlog over the ideas of things that I think about on stream, off stream, and ways to better yourself, both as a streamer and as a viewer, and overall how to better yourself in your life, be it you're going to do art, be it you're going to do whatever you like. I want to try to help you work your way through it and how to do it better. Today, we're going to talk about motivation. Motivation is a very key topic in anything you do in life, and I hope that you all can take something from this conversation I'm going to have with myself and with you. Kind of the same thing. Next week, we're probably going to cover my tattooing, but this week, I really wanted to talk about this one a little bit. Motivation is the reason why you do anything. Now, I'm not saying be motivated, because being motivated is going to be something you're going to have to do yourself. I can't make you motivated unless you find that this is super motivational to watch. But what I can talk to you about is the reasons for motivation. And I think this is probably just as important as being motivated. And this is going to sound weird, but there are wrong ways to be motivated. And I wanted to go over this today because I see it a lot. And I want you to tell you right now, from the very beginning, there is wrong ways to be motivated. I saw something today that made me think about this, and I want to tell you the number one way you will ruin anything you love with motivation. And people are going to think to themselves, if I'm motivated to do something, why is that a bad thing? Well, listen, I want to refer to this as what it's called hate motivation. Hate motivation is the idea that someone tells you you can't, someone tells you you won't, or someone tells you that you'll never be good enough. Now, those things seem like good things to motivate you, right? If someone says, hey, you know, you're good at shooters, but you'll never be good enough. If you decide to latch onto that statement, and it's the motivation that makes you better, you will hate everything you do eventually, because you are planting a seed here. Anything that you do, you need to find the reason why you want to do it for yourself. If you're a musician and you want to make music, don't do it because your middle school teacher told you you couldn't. Don't do it because one of your parents told you you couldn't. Do it because you know you can. And that's an important distinction. I saw something today that made me realize something about a lot of people. So many people are creating things out of hatred. And when you start from an angry place, it's really, really hard to take it to somewhere good. Take it to somewhere where you really can love it. Because if you start from this anger and you build from this anger, you are only going to produce things out of spite. And it's really, really hard to find a moment of enjoyment when your entire idea of doing something is to essentially spite the other people who told you you couldn't. There's so much bad that comes out of sheer negativity spawning something. The way to do it, though, would be to create a positivity when you decide to create something. If you're going to be a streamer, stream because it's something you love. Stream because you love games and you love talking to people. Or stream because you love playing games the best you can in front of people. Don't start streaming because someone says you're not good enough, or you'll never be able to be a successful streamer. Or don't stream because someone said this is something that nobody can do, or this that you couldn't be able to do. Anytime that you're starting these projects, if you start from the negative, you can only build from the negative. And finding yourself limited by the bad things around you have a way of weighing down on you, and it does encourage burnout, because you've got one of two things. You're going to either continue to do these things out of spite, and if that was your driving motivation, you're probably going to look for more negativity for your driving motivation. And if you keep pouring poison on a flower, it doesn't matter how much water is in it, eventually you're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill your love for these things that you love doing. When I started tattooing because I just wanted to. I mean, I started getting tattooed because I have a fear of needles. I started getting tattooed to try to beat that, but I started doing tattoos because it's something I wanted to do. It wasn't something that I started doing because someone said you could never do it. Actually, when I started tattooing, there were a lot of hateful messages because my area was smaller, and there was people who would send me hateful messages saying, "You can't tattoo. You'll never be able to tattoo. You won't be a good tattoo artist." If I were to have built my career off of the idea that I'm trying to prove people wrong, I would have gone at it in an extremely negative way. My entire premise would have been to rubbing it into these people's faces. And when you try to create something beautiful, but make it so angry, you end up really destroying what the entire premise of any form of art form is, which is a self-expression. And if your self-expression is only hatred, you'll only burn yourself out. I see it a lot with streaming. I do. I see a lot of people whose entire premise is to be upset about something, and we don't want that. Even there are really great streamers that do extremely well, and the entire premise is a bit of acting. They want to put out something that is different, and that's great. But do remember, at the end of the day, if that is what you want to produce, do not let that produce you. Your content needs to be a reflection of yourself, but if you're going to put on an act, don't let it become who you are. That kind of thing will destroy you from the inside. It will destroy what you make, it'll destroy who you are, and it'll destroy what you can enjoy. It's really important to me that everybody who watches this, whether you're a up-and-coming streamer, a well-established streamer, a viewer, an artist, or you just think you might want to step out of your comfort zone and start producing something else, remember to start these things that you're making out of a love for something rather than a hate for something else, because it's really hard to come back from that. It just is. You won't find a safe road back from that, and you may end up destroying a lot of what you've enjoyed in search of trying to prove somebody wrong. Now, we are doing these talks roughly every Thursday. I'm trying to do one every Thursday, but of course I want to also produce good content for you. So if there's anything that you'd love to hear me talk about, my talks on it, or if you want to hear my opinions on things, or if you want me to just cover something I've done in my life, please leave a comment down below. You can share this, and maybe somebody else will have a wonderful question they'll have for me. We can talk about things that are streaming, tattooing, art related, or just everyday life. I want to be able to connect with you guys, and we do that every Thursday. But we also stream Tuesday through Saturday at twitch.tv. I will have links for it down below, and we will be talking all through that too. So if you want to be more one-on-one with me and you want to come and hang out with me and chat, you can do that as well. I would love to have you. Again, that is Tuesday through Saturday. We start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at my twitch.tv link. I hope to see you all soon. And until next time, guys. Peace.